Ramallah above sea level, adjacent to Al-Bira. It currently serves as the de facto administrative capital of the Palestinian National Authority. While historically an Arab Christian town, Muslims constituted a majority of Ramallah's 27,902 residents by 2007, with Christians making up a significant minority. Ancient rock-cut tombs have been found near Ramallah. Potsherds from the Crusader, Ayyubid and early Ottoman period have also been found there. Ramallah has been identified with the Crusader place called Ramallah. Remains of a building with an arched doorway from the Crusader era, called Al-Burj, have been identified, but the original use of the building is undetermined. Ramallah was incorporated into the Ottoman Empire in 1517 with all of Palestine. In 1596 it was listed in the tax registers as being in the Nahia of Quds, part of the Liwa of Quds. It had a population of 71 Christian households and 9 Muslim households. It paid a fixed tax rate of 25% on wheat, barley, olives, wines or fruit trees, and goats or beehives, a total of 9,400 acres. All of the revenue went to a waqf. Modern Ramallah was founded in the mid-1500s by the Haddadins, a clan of brothers descended from Ghassanid Christians. The Haddadins, and their leader Rashid el-Haddadin, arrived from east of the Jordan River from the areas of Karak and Shobak. The Haddadin migration is attributed to fighting and unrest among clans in that area. Haddadin was attracted to the mountainous site of Ramallah because it was similar to the other mountainous areas he came from. In addition, the heavily forested area could supply him with plenty of fuel for his forgers. In 1838, American biblical scholar Edward Robinson visited the area, noting that the inhabitants were Christian, of the Greek rite. There were 200 taxable men, which gives an estimated total population of 800 to 900 people. The village belonged to the Haram al-Sharif, Jerusalem, to which it paid an annual tax of 350 mids of grain. In 1883, the PEF survey of Western Palestine described Ramallah as a large Christian village of well-built stone houses, standing on a high ridge, with a view on the west extending to the sea. It stands amongst gardens and olive yards, and has 3 springs to the south and 1 on the west. On the north there are 3 more, within a mile from the village. On the east there is a well. There are rock-cut tombs to the northeast with well-cut entrances, but completely blocked with rubbish. In the village is a Greek church, and on the east a Latin convent and a Protestant schoolhouse. All modern buildings. The village lands are waqf, or ecclesiastical property, belonging to the Haram of Jerusalem. About a quarter of the inhabitants are Roman Catholics, the rest Orthodox Greeks. In the 21st century, a large community of people with direct descent from the Haddadins who founded Ramallah live in the United States. The town is now predominantly Muslim, but still contains a Christian minority. The change in demographics is due mostly to new migration of Muslims to the area and emigration of Christians from the area. Ramallah grew dramatically throughout the 17th and 18th centuries as an agricultural village, attracting more inhabitants from all around the region. In 1700, Yaqub Elias was the first Ramallah native to be ordained by the Eastern Greek Melkite Orthodox Church of Jerusalem, the Christian denomination that prevailed in the Holy Land at the time. In the early 19th century, the first Greek Melkite Jerusalemite Orthodox Christian church was built. Later in the 1850s, the Church of Transfiguration was built to replace it. It is the sole Orthodox church in Ramallah today. During that same decade, the Latin Church established its presence in Ramallah, constituting the second largest Christian denomination in the city. The Roman Catholic Church established the St. Joseph's Girls' School run by St. Joseph Sisters, as well as the coeducational Al-Aliyah College High School runs by Rosary Sisters. With the influx of Muslim and Christian refugees and internal migration, new mosques and churches were built. In the 19th century, the Religious Society of Friends was founded in 1901 and opened in 1918. The Quakers opened a Friends meeting house for worship in the city center in 1910. According to the school's official website, most high school students choose to take the International Baccalaureate exams instead of the traditional, Tawjihi, university exams. The activity of foreign churches in Palestine in the late 19th century increased awareness of prosperity in the West in Ramallah and Bethlehem. A few miles south, local residents began to seek economic opportunity overseas. In 1901, merchants from Ramallah emigrated to the United States and established import-export businesses, selling handmade rugs and other exotic wares across the Atlantic. Increased trade dramatically improved living standards for Ramallah's inhabitants. American cars, mechanized farming,